It's joke, no joke, no joke. Choke, no joke, chicky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke, chicky choke, no joke. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's joke, no joke. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's joke, no joke, no joke. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Joke, no joke in the building. Shaw at first in the building. Shaw at 25, 75. All being born to 100. What up, Shaw? First in the building. Salute. I appreciate you for coming in the building first, hitting that like button. Boy, I am so glad they got this dude Neckbone talking. Oh, they thought they was doing damage control. BX in the building. What up? Yo, man. They thought they was doing damage control, putting this dude Neckbone over there. Woo! They did the wrong thing. They did the wrong thing. Oh, man. Oh, they did the wrong thing. And I'm going to explain. And I know Rodent Rat Jr., he got to be getting nervous more and more each day. Because what's going down now, these dudes, they like I love how these Compton gangsters get on the internet and talk about these stories and reveal so much. Boy, I'm telling you, tonight I'm gonna blow your heads off with one that is gonna be the talk of the internet. Shout out to GTA in the building. Shout out to Troy Parker in the building. No relation to Peter Parker, Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Choke no joke, I'm in the building. Let's get the show started. You know how we do. My man Lewis just came in the building. All right. Y'all know how we do. Choke no joke. Oh, I got some Nicki Minaj news in here. I'm seeing your man Meek Mill out here being thirsty already. Choke no joke. Is that and more tonight? For my man Shard, I gotta play this joint. It ain't no telling. You might be a first-time felon.
No joke. Learn from mistakes. DJ S&S the great. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. Best day of my life, no sleep all night. Broke day for weeks, my cash was right. My combo tight, take our loot, unite. 23-hour shifts, had to see loot like Mike. Cash lovely, yeah, Dougie. How could this day get so ugly? Wifey bout to pop like some bubbly. Yo, through those 9 months, don't really bug me. Felt like a star, cop first car. Get up with the guard, what it is, baby, paw. He about to cop a van, get up with our mans. Before we reached our low spot, toes blam. Unaware what happened, discussing and clapping. It wasn't loud, ain't shit gonna happen. Me being stupid instead of getting they moving. This nigga kept chefing like the woo one. Then we heard a knock, no one knew of this spot. 6 niggas in the spot, 6 niggas not. Ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. I'm in the precinct all damn even. This good cop, bad cop shit got me steaming. No, I was caught, I ain't give a fuck. Had jokes like the usual suspects line up. Book times up, clink of the cuffs. Niggas was so deep they had to call on the bus. Everybody that checks outside waiting on us. Like ghetto celebs, ourselves ain't plush. 5 in the book and gave a whooping. He never forget, they gotta be split. Up in the courtroom, they cause it ruckus. Everybody that checks waiting on us. Try to bail us out, that thought got thrown out. Bill one so high, I couldn't bear half a nigga out. Copped out, that's what first fell in the bow. Back on the bus, Rikers the row. Wifey in the courtroom crying out. We love y'all with tears running in their mouth. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. Choke no joke, learn from mistakes. Keep chasing that paper, you gonna catch a case. DJ S&S the Great.
Choke no joke. We back live and direct. If you just tuned in, you are now live with the legendary videographer, producer, director, Choke no joke. We are here in the building. As you can see, most definitely, we are fresh. Chill Will fresh. Barry B fresh. Ricky D fresh. And I am the original videographer, Choke no joke. What up? Shout out to everybody in the building. Lewis, I see you. Very, I see you. Certainty, I see you. Chuck in the building. GTA in the building. Kareem Smiggity just stepped in. Bad Vibes is here. Johnny Briggity Brown in here. No relation to Bobby. You know, Choke no joke. I think I need to go live on, I guess I could do Instagram. I did TikTok yesterday. You know what? I'm going to go to TikTok again. You know what? No. I'll switch it up and go Instagram. You know, you got to switch it up for the people. Give everybody some love. Yeah, y'all. So let me let these people know right here on the gram that I'm live. Choke no joke. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Instagram. So let's get this started. Let's get it started. What hat I got on? MAGA. See? MAGA. Make hip hop great again. People see you with a red hat on, they automatically assume you got on a MAGA hat. You know, that's why so many people stay away from red hats. You know, you people assume you're blood or something if you wear red. I don't bang. I rock the good rhymes. The whole scenery reminded me of good times. All right. I don't bang. I just like the color red. All right. It looks good on my skin. So we got a couple of stories. Sorry I ain't come on at 7 p.m. I had some things to do, but the normal time is 7 p.m. to catch me. Um, so in the news today, we're gonna give credit to the people that are reporting this story. So which is Vlad TV that allegedly Nicki Minaj and her husband, Mr. Petty, allegedly have broken up. And the reason he believes this situation is because he went to check the if you didn't know, Nicki Minaj husband is a registered sex offender. So he has to update his place of residence in the registry of sex offenders. Um, so I don't know what would make one go on to the sex offenders sex registry to be stalking a nigga's address, but for some strange apparent reason, somebody went and looked up Mr. Petty's records and seen that the address was changed from the luxury home that they have together, I believe in California, to a place in New York, in Queens. So from this, one speculates and thinks that the couple has broken up because the husband's name is now uh listed as a New York address, which doesn't necessarily mean that they broke up just because you see his name go from one address to another address. So they assuming because of his change of address that uh the two have broken up because they saying that the address that he's has registered up there is only 800 square foot, which is like a one bedroom apartment or whatever. What that has to do with anything, I don't have a clue, right? But just because he has to change an address, like I said, doesn't mean necessarily that they broke up or they breaking up. She could be going to New York to work on a project for X amount of period, and they probably need to be in New York. And maybe she's staying in a hotel and he got to use a residence. You don't know. That don't mean that they broke up. Like that's not enough for people to be running around saying that they broke up because he got to change a address um and on his registry. So I would wait for some cryptic Instagram posts or Twitter posts or X posts from Nicki Minaj before I just jump out there to speculate and said that they broke up just because this dude got a change of address or his address is in Queens. That's just not enough. But shout out to Nicki Minaj, Mr. Petty. I hope that, that's not the case and y'all try to keep black love alive because black love is struggling out here right now. If Nicki Minaj break up with Mr. Petty after Cardi B just broke up with Offset and uh Megan Thee Stallion allegedly broke up with Clay Thompson. That's like the 3 top hip hop chicks right now that of color that can't keep a man they would look like. Only thing with Megan, she didn't have a baby. Outside of that, as far as them all being female rappers and Megan didn't get married. That's about it. Outside of that, what's up with y'all ladies, man? Y'all ladies gotta be able to keep a man. Gotta be able to keep a man like me. You know what I mean? I was just effing those girls. I was gonna get right back. But yeah, like I said, and then you got Meek Mill. He gonna go and tweet out. Um, I just want to send love to all my exes and put a bunch of kissy emojis because he probably believe in the rumor that's put out there that Nicki and Mr. Petty has broken up. So that nigga's the first nigga at the foul line shot. Nicki, I'm sorry. Nicki, take me back. That nigga Meek Mill, he the first nigga at the goddamn free throw line. He already shooting his shot. To all my exes, blowing kisses. You look like a lame nigga. Let me see if I can pull that up. That nigga's thirsty. He missed that Nicki Minaj. Oh, here you go. Yeah, he posted this uh at 5:44 p.m. this evening. Let me show you how thirsty Meek Mill is out here looking. Look at Meek Mill setting thirst traps. To all my exes, all of y'all, kisses to all of y'all. So Nicki supposed to go and see this and be like, "Oh, Meek is shooting his shot. I should take Meek back." Nah, not after that nigga Mr. Petty chase your ass out of that goddamn jewelry store, nigga. She ain't taking you back. Sorry, Meek Millie. She ain't taking you back, nigga, after you ran. You wouldn't shoot that fair one. Your chances is zero. I got a better chance with Nicki than you, nigga, after you done ran. After you would shoot that fade with Mr. Petty, she rather have some choke, no joke, baby. All right. But like I said, shout out to Nicki Minaj. I hope that all is well in the Queen's queendom. You dig? Now, here's the interesting one. Moving on to the next story. Before I get to Road and Rat Jr. and Neckbone. Aries Spears and Vlad have now turned into the new Vlad and Miss Lil Boosie. I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. Right? So the backstory to this Aries Spears versus Vlad thing is Aries Spears, if you don't know him, he's a comedian. Um, and if you're my age demographic, you'll know him from Mad TV, uh, maybe the Def Comedy Jams, comedy shows, but I'll put his image up so you'll know who I'm talking about. That's the case you do know him. Right? So Aries Aries Spears, and that's spelled Aries, like the zodiac sign. Aries Spears saw a situation that happened with Lil Boosie and Vlad over compensation for doing interviews. Little Boosie had asked for more money. I believe Lil Boosie asked for more money because Takashi got more money than him. So he kind of wanted a raise, so to speak. Vlad wasn't willing to give Boosie the money that he was asking for. So Boosie has declined at this time to no longer do any Vlad interviews, and he's going to do his own thing. So when Aries Spears found out how much Boosie was making, you know, it was the same reaction like when Boosie found out what Takashi was making. So Aries Spears, like I told you, I guessed that he was getting about 5 grand an interview. I said that the other day. You could go back and check, right? Um, he looked at his numbers and he had did an interview on his podcast, and he was saying that how, with the numbers that he do, Vlad should be giving him more money if gonna give Boosie more money, right? So he went to Vlad, he asked Vlad for more money. They had a conversation. Uh Vlad didn't agree that he should give Aries Spears more money. So Aries Spears kind of took the stance Boosie took, like, I'm gonna step back for now until we can figure, more money out. So being that Aries Spears went and talked about it publicly, Vlad went and talked about it publicly. And just like with Boosie, Vlad always talk about, oh, me and Boosie friends, we cool, we been friends for 20 years. As soon as that didn't work out, Vlad was up on his page kicking Boosie back in, right? Talking trash about Boosie, but Boosie was his friend, right? So now, same thing with Aries Spears. You know what I'm saying? Aries, he didn't agree, or he couldn't, him and Vlad couldn't come to a good place financially in their business venture moving forward. So now Vlad goes and gets academics to interview him. And just like Boosie, Vlad used to act like Aries Spears was his guy. That was his friend. They've been doing interviews for so long. If somebody come on the show, he said, "Oh yeah, Aries Spears, that's my guy. We friends. We've been doing this." Now Vlad is up there talking trash about Aries Spears, right? Which goes to show you, you know, some of these people, you are their homeboys in their face when they around the black people and everything. You they guy, you they homeboy. And when you ain't around, you just another nigga, right? So I'm sure that allegedly, I'm not sure, but allegedly, Aries Spears, Boosie, these people are not nothing more than just the N word to Vlad when he in the company of his own people, allegedly, right? And why I say that? Because look how bad he's talking about Aries Spears. Now he ain't that funny, you know. He only do shows with rooms for with 100 people. You know, he really didn't contribute to Vlad like that. And Vlad really contribute to his career. Um, he always falls out with people. Vlad knows at least 12 people that he fells out with, and his career ain't here because of this and that and the third. Nigga, really? You got all this to say about Aries Spears, Vlad, but it was all good when he was taking the money that you wanted to give him. Now he will ask you for some more paper, just like Boosie. And now he's not all that funny. You did more for him. Oh, wow, bro. Wow. I know Aries Spears, he gonna heat Vlad up, boy. I mean, Vlad did a whole 1 hour interview. An hour. Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, not 12 minutes. He did a entire hour about Aries Spears, where Aries Spears was doing this dude's show for the last 6 years, probably. He never had a problem with him, never talked bad about him. He's even on his channel right now with new interviews. And now he's all of this. Wow. Y'all better watch Vlad. Y'all better watch Vlad. Vlad, I seen it with Lord Jamal. I seen it with Godfrey. I seen it with Farrakhan. I'm now seeing it with Boosie. I'm now seeing it with Aries Spears. Vlad don't really care for black people. It's all his business dealings for the most part in the hip hop community are transactional. It's just business. Like he's not picking up a gun and dying for nobody in hip hop. He's not sitting there taking a rap for nobody in hip hop. It's all about interviews and it's all about you going up there and goddamn incriminating yourself. So I don't know what I know Aries Spears. He's not going. He's not. He. I think he got a little bit too much more. I mean, a little bit too much integrity, unlike a Lord Jamal or Lord Jamal. Um, Now that he's seeing how Vlad really feels about him, I doubt highly you will ever see him go back up on Vlad again. Was the money good? Yeah, that's a 500,000 a year, right? No, my bad. That's a half a man a year, like 50,000 a year, a little less. Boosie was getting at least a little bit over a quarter million a year with Vlad. But like I said, if you ain't going up there to incriminate yourself, Vlad has no purpose for you. You're not gonna get up there and ish on your own culture, your own people. Vlad don't care. He needs y'all to go up there and snitch on people and talk bad about your people. That's it. So moving on, talking about incriminating people. Not saying that Neckbone did, but Neckbone had a new part come out today, and it it wasn't no new information uh for me, so to speak, but it was new validation coming from Neckbone because he never talked about it before. And this is only really his second interview like that. But um he did an interview today, and in that interview, they talked about the dude George, who allegedly supposed to had killed Buntry, I believe, allegedly. And they talked about the dude George, and they talked about the dude Buntry, and then they also talked about the dude V Buchanan, right? So let me give you the backstory on Buntry, right? So Buntry was one of the guys that worked at Death Row with Suge Knight as he probably started off as one of the homeboy securities, but then he started moving up in the label and trying to do business as far as management and things like that at the label, right? Um, so Buntry is a Marv Pyru. That's Marv James' brother. And Marv James is the one that brought Buntry into Death Row because Marv James was dealing with Suge, at the time when they started Death Row or whatever. And Buntry at the time was in jail. So when Buntry came home from jail, Marv James introduced Buntry to Suge, and they may have known each other already from the neighborhood. I'm not sure, but anyway, Marv James is the one that brought Buntry into the Death Row fold, and then Buntry got closer with Suge than Marv James was. Right, so Bunchy became like Suge's right hand man. You had to do Big Jake Robles that got killed in Atlanta. Not by Wolf, by another guy. Um, so how Buntry got killed as Death Row was on its decline. Uh, there was a situation where Suge went to jail over the getting violated when he went and did the 9 years after Pac died. And when Suge got locked up, allegedly, he started telling people, you know, to return cars, motorcycles, and things of that nature. Because I remember Death Row Dave talking about how Reggie and them allegedly contacted him because he had like some of Suge motorcycles and cars, and they was trying to get it from him, and he wasn't giving up nothing. He's like, "Yo, tell Suge to call me himself." So Suge Poser had allegedly told everybody, you know, either they got to allegedly get out these apartments or homes that they were staying in, and they had to return the cars. So George is a person that allegedly supposed to have some cars, and for all the work that he put in, he felt like allegedly that nigga, I ain't giving nothing back. You know what I'm saying? And there probably was other people that felt that way too, that they wasn't returning nothing. So that caused a little issue or whatever, right? Um, as far as Buntry goes, I think that's why the dude George fell out with Death Row. Now, George, I think they alleging he is the one that did something to Buntry. I'm not sure, right? That's why I'm saying allegedly, right? If you know the story, you could type it in and I'll correct myself, right? So the dude, why Buntry allegedly got killed is because there was a dude named V Buchanan, right? Now, how I was told about this story, um, allegedly, this is all alleged because I wasn't there. The OG Pyru dude from Compton, y'all might know him. You might have seen a video to him, right? Um, when Neckbone was asked about why Buntry was murdered, was it true that he got killed over a tape that was being played of a murder in his house? Is that why he got killed? Um, Neckbone replied that Buntry didn't have the tape. He said, Buntry house was like an open house. You got one of them houses where the homies, everybody go hang out at the homie house, or you got one of them mothers that allow all the friends from the neighborhood to come in her house and be with her children or whatever. According to Neckbone, Buntry house was the house where, everybody had love for Buntry. So niggas just pop up and come to his house or whatever. He's saying that they brought that tape, right, to Buntry's house and was watching it. It wasn't like Buntry had the tape and was showing it. And to give you a picture of what I'm talking about, um, if you ever seen the movie Menace to Society, right? Remember they found the tape of the the um the robbery homicide in the Chinese store when old dog took the tape out when they killed the lady and said, I feel sorry for your mother. Um remember they had the tape and they just kept watching it, and then the dude Chauncey, I guess he was showing dudes or whatever, and then that's how old dog and Kane got in trouble about the robbery homicide at the store. So this is kind of like a similar story where a crime happened and dudes videotaped it and they all at Buntry House allegedly watching this, right? So if you watch that interview, you hear Neckbone say that, man, the homies ain't even have nothing to do with that. You know, it was over a scandalous move, you know, right? Which I believe the dude V Buchanan, I think he robbed somebody. I can't remember the story allegedly. And if you listen to the way Neckbone tell it, he like, that wasn't over the homies. Like the homies ain't have nothing to do with the dude V Buchanan getting killed, you know, without getting into detail. Now, from what I was told about Buchanan, because I know, Neckbone, he not gonna he not gonna give you the full story outright raw because he too much of a real one, right? But how I was told the story was, like I told you, the OG Pyru Compton dude, he the one that told me this story. right? That and it wasn't no secret, like I couldn't repeat it, nothing. But we all know the story about. Well, I ain't gonna say we all know, but if you follow the Tupac and Biggie cases, you may have heard of some of these stories. So now this dude, according to OG Pyru dude, the dude Buchanan, he did something allegedly. I don't know if it was a robbery or something, but he's the guy that got killed in the cemetery, right? Like they had a grave dug up, they threw him in there and they shot him up. They handcuffed him, threw him in the hole, and shot him up in the cemetery. And the reason why this was a somewhat of a big story in Compton is because allegedly, according to OG Pyru, uh, Rodin Rad Jr., his handcuffs, his service handcuffs, when they came and found the body, Rodin Rad Jr. handcuffs was on V Buchanan, right? Let's see if they do a deep dive on that. Right? So rest in peace, Buchanan. I'm not joking about that. I'm joking about them doing a deep dive on Roden Rad Jr.'s handcuffs being on V Buchanan when they found the body, right? So according to the OG Pyru dude, they filmed that um that incident with V Buchanan being handcuffed allegedly by Roden Rad Jr.'s handcuffs in the cemetery and him getting shot up. Uh they filmed it. So that is what they was watching at Buntry's house. From what Neckbone is saying is Buntry ain't that type of nigga that would be sitting around letting niggas watch no homicide. You know what I'm saying? That he not built for that. You know, but he's saying that Buntry allow other people come to his house and somebody else had the tape and they just watched it at Buntry's house. It wasn't like Buntry was showing people. So from according to urban legend, Compton urban legend, allegedly Roden Rat Jr. is the one that set up V Buchanan, right? I mean set up Buntry because after the V Buchanan footage was out there, you know, allegedly Roden Rat Jr. was nervous or whatever because allegedly he was involved in the murder of V Buchanan, and allegedly they said that's why the dude V Buchanan allegedly had his handcuffs on, right? But I don't know what happened with that case. Clearly, you know, we see Roden Rat Jr. has a way of getting around things, right? But here's the interesting part that the OG Pyru dude told me that when Buntry got killed, Roden Rat Jr. is the one that drove him up to the gas station, right? And they said they had surveillance footage at one point, but somebody came and took it. They said they drove him up to the Buntry up to the gas station, told Buntry to pump the gas or whatever. I guess Buntry went in and paid or whatever and was started pumping the gas. And according to OG Pyru, Roden Rat Jr. jumped out the vehicle and took off running down the street. And then niggas pulled up and shot Buntry up. Now, OG Pyru told me this story almost 3 years ago, right? Um, my man Fredro from Onyx, he had hooked us up. He like, yo, you know OG Pyru, that's my people. Yo, he wanna holler at you. Da, 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 da. And then Fredro connected us, and then we started kicking it or whatever, right? So who handcuffs they use? Road and Rat Juniors, allegedly. Right? So like I was saying, like as I was told by the OG Pyro dude that Roden Rat Jr. allegedly drove Buntry up to the gas station. And when Buntry went in the store and paid for the gas, that Roden Rat Jr. took off running down the street. And somebody came and got that surveillance tape. I'm sure it was Compton PD. Right? So now listening to Neckbone story about Buntry being killed, I believe the OG Pyru dude's story because he told me that 2-3 years ago. And Neckbone said that it was a setup. And whoever was in the car with Buntry made a call and set him up by letting him know that he was there. Well, the person who was driving the car allegedly was Roden Rat Jr. And we all know, well, I ain't gonna say we all know, those who know that follow uh Biggie and Tupac murders and do deep dives, you know, it's quite a few of us out here. Y'all all know that do these deep dives that Buntry got killed in Reggie Wright Jr.'s car. That was Reggie Wright Jr.'s car. So who would be driving his car up there and would jump out and run and leave? Who would jump and leave their car there? So if you listen to Neckbone's interview, he not saying it, but for me, knowing from OG Pyru that uh Roden Rat Jr. is the one that drove Buntry up there and jumped out the car and ran and left him to get shot up. It makes more sense to me why Suge Knight was like, yo, ask Roden Rat Jr. why he didn't go to Buntry's funeral. Ask him why all his father didn't go to Buntry's funeral. If they love Buntry so much, why didn't they show up? And it would make sense to me now. Now listen to Neckbone say that Buntry situation had Buntry got killed, it had nothing to do with the homies. And the nigga that drove him up there set him up. And if I'm correct, or if OG Pyru's correct, allegedly Roden Rat Jr. is the one that drove Buntry up there. Now the other thing that Neckbone had addressed that we heard a lot. Well, I ain't gonna say we as in everybody, but a lot of people has heard from Marv James that Suge owed Buntry $1 million. And Buntry was trying to get his million from Suge, right? Well, Neckbone also co-signed that. And he was like, you know, I thought it was going to happen because Suge had it and stuff. And then he was like, he knew that also that the Fruitown Pyrus didn't kill Buntry because they rocked with him. Like the mob rocked with the Fruit Town Pyrus. So he knew that they didn't kill Buntry. Now, if Neckbone knows this, right? Why do Mob James continue to mess with Roden Rad Jr.? Like, you telling me that allegedly Roden Rad Jr. drove Buntry to his death, and Mob James hangs out with Roden Rad Jr.? And I don't think that Neckbone is just going to be saying that to be saying it. And I'm sure Roden Rad Jr. was hot when he told that story. And if you look, they chopped that up too. Chop, 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 chop. They chopped up the edit on that one too. So you can tell the line of questions how it was going. They was just giving you answers to some of the questions that was asked, but it wasn't aired. You could just tell how Neckbone is answering, is jumping into the conversation. But I tell you one thing. Mob James, he trusts Roden Rad Jr. too much. He trusts him too much. Like, there's no way in my mind that Mob James should be trusting Roden Rad Jr. None. Especially listening to these Neckbone interviews. Nah. And the only reason, in my opinion, that Neckbone ain't coming straight out and saying what he want to be saying is because he knows how much of a bitch ass nigga Roden Rad Jr. is, and he'd get on here and start squealing like he been doing. That's the reason why Neckbone ain't got no job now. This nigga on the goddamn YouTube telling all these goddamn gangster stories about this nigga where people scared to work with him. But Choke No Joke, keep dropping these Neckbone joints. And y'all do a deep dive on that goddamn Roden Rad Jr. having handcuffs on V Buchanan and do a deep dive on that. Shout out to OG Pyru. You know what it is. Choke No Joke. It is what it is. I will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Hit that like before you go. Please subscribe to the channel, all right? And follow me at Real Choke No Joke. The next few people that follow me at Real Choke No Joke on Instagram, I'll follow you back. All right? And Choke No Joke Official on TikTok. All right? Anybody follow me back tonight? Follow me tonight. I'm following you back. One love. And you got to have some content on your page. Don't follow me. You don't post. All right? Choke No Joke. I holla. Shout out to Neckbone. You know what it is. Keep it trill, my nigga. One love.
I do it. This is a diss. Would be specific. Hit you with a sub. You blacklisted. A third tour. It's ridiculous. You in the crowd, babysitting. Mad at pics, fans flicking. You got a Billy, they dick licking. Kids, your son and dad missing. You duck in the swab, results prison. I see your faces, the mad prism. Y'all rats, are you kidding? And if you sign, you have no wisdom. Integrity missing, money mission. Lamar Latrells in your system. Camel licking, nerves switching. Are y'all kidding? Y'all Virginian. Success, y'all dream sex. Sold a lot of units, but still checks. Squares, Nike, I run with checks. People use Marcy as pets. I move his skin, you on your head. All your tunes are dead. You ugly like your dreads. No bag, I'm on your head. No fag, I'm my shooter. You the Glad Duke shooter. You do balls but no hooters. Choke no joke, I am the future with no Malloy. You play with boys, be out here wishing she was a boy. You her decoy, you her bitch. Choke no joke, I am the shit. Yo Kim, get off my dick. Mad Jim, king of the dips. Without you L's, you have no hits. Your last hit was True Life. When he caught you with that right. Yo, Big Joe, am I right? Nigga Dane saved your life. And then you crossed him for home. Got on stage with Ho. You an actor, you ain't Poe. Joke, no joke. You already know. Yo, man, I'm done, man.
Choke no joke. Yeah. It's choke no joke. Choke no joke. Chicken choke no joke. Choke no